I swear, Ramadan is like the month where you like once a year try to come back, and try to like be a better Muslim and try to like come back to your faith and try to practice. But no, it's that construction. The construction does everything. I will tell you why you're late to the masjid. It's Shaitan's mark, I tell you. It is. Blame it on him. You know what? That's kind of funny. Because if you try to blame something on Shaitan during Ramadan, you can't. Because the Shaitan is like locked up. But I mean, he leaves his marks. I'm convinced he does. Because I don't feel like that's just me. So you know the story of the limping guy who used to go to the masjid every day, and then he was limping, and then finally this boy came and saw him and was like, oh, let me put you on my back and take you to the masjid. And then he got there really quick, and then he was like, oh my God, who are you? Let me make dua for you. And the guy was like, I'm Shaitan. Well, I think the construction on 27th Street is like the Shaitan, trying to make it harder, trying to make that good deed of us going to the masjid, like he wants to take that away from us. Because it's Ramadan and it's supposed to be locked up, but I bet you anything he was like, oh, I'm not going down like this, and I'm gonna put this little construction here all around the masjid. Get up to like 20th and Layton, and you can't get to the masjid. You have to take this right and go down this street and then go down College or whatever, and by the time you're like driving down, it's like taking forever. Then you see the McDonald's, okay? The McDonald's just like, it's just standing there on the corner. So you're like, well, I mean, it's taking me so long and I'm passing this McDonald's, I might as well pull into the parking lot. So, I mean, you go in and you go through the drive-thru and you get yourself like whatever. So you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm drinking this. I can't go into the masjid with this. So let me stand outside and drink this. Anyways. So you're like standing there wasting time, and Isha's passing and Taraweeh is passing. And then not me actually. Anywho, you go down the street, right? You go down the street right in front of the masjid, and you see that there is absolutely no parking. And you couldn't get there on time because of the construction. Yep, because of Shaitan. Yep, Shaitan's mark. He left his mark to, make it harder for you to get to the masjid. So he left his mark, and, it's taking forever for you to park. And finally, you pull into the gas station across the street, which has parking. So you're at the gas station. You might as well go in and get yourself some candy. Okay, so you go in, you get yourself some candy, and then you turn around and you see the big window of the masjid and the line and everyone praying, and you see that they see you. You see that they see you wasting time because they're not paying attention. No one pays attention during Taraweeh. You see those people in the window looking at you. They're like, Oh. Yeah, so you have acknowledged that they have acknowledged you. So finally you feel guilty and you like wrap up the now and laters and you put it in your pocket. So you're walking down to the masjid and you get there and then finally you go in, okay? And then there's these little kids running around, so they push you and you trip. You just like, wow! Okay, because like nobody leaves their kids at home anymore. Or you go into the bathroom, you make wudu, and you're making wudu and you have to wait in line for these people, right? They're just like anywho, so then you're like, walking to the sink, and then you're like, okay. Anyways, and you do like the little makeup wudu because like you don't want to, wash that off in case, you see that one, cute brother. And, whatever. That's why I'm late. Corner, you go to the bookshelf and you grab yourself the Quran. You grab yourself the Quran and then you open the Quran. And then you join the line. But you're in the line and you're flipping through the pages. And then you're like, oh yeah, Allahu Akbar. La la la. Then you realize what you're doing. And you're like. You go down for ruku. And then you see this kid looking up at you. And you don't know what to do. So you're like, hi, kid. And then Sami Allahu liman hamidah. And you go down, right? You go down for sujood, and then you realize the kid is still standing there, like, And so you're looking for a place to do sujood. So you're like, okay, all right. And then there's people who are praying in front of you, where you know that they broke their wudu because they didn't in your face. But they're still continuing to pray. So then you're standing there and you're thinking about the fact that they broke their wudu and what they're going to do and why they're still. And then some of them just stand there the whole night, the entire night. And then you see them qiyam too. It's like, dude, have you done wudu over again? Yet? What is up with that? Anyways, you look down. Okay, you look down in the because you're at the balcony, and you look down, and you're counting all the heads. You're counting. Oh, there's my dad's head. Oh my God, I know that's my dad. Oh, that's totally your dad's head. Yep, that's your dad. That's your dad right there. And you're watching the people that come in, and then you're coming in from, the door in front of you, and they look, and they notice that you're looking, right? They notice that you're looking in their face, and they look at you, and then you're just like, and then you don't know what to do. Yeah. And these right here on the end of your scarf are really distracting. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think I've braided my little strings during Taraweeh before. Just braiding away. Yeah. But I mean, I don't understand really how, like, do they have like a special Adderall for Taraweeh time? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I go to Taraweeh to just stand next to my friends who I haven't seen in a really long time. Some people come and pray at the masjid during Ramadan because of that one thing that they've always wanted. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I do it. I really do it. That one thing that you wait till that Laylatul Qadr to make that one dua that you've been waiting to make all year for that one thing. Right? That's basically your night. You know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just really hungry right now. Just too hungry.